you shall prosper. You believe it, lift your voice and say, and if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can say? And if our God is for us, then who could ever stop us? And if our God is with us, then what can stand against? Nobody, nothing in the world can stand against. I want everybody to throw your hand like this. Everybody throw it up, sing. Our God is greater, yeah. Our God is stronger. God, you are higher than our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God, there is nobody like you, Jesus. Lord, yeah, yeah, yeah. God, you are higher than our God is healer, awesome in power. So, our God. Come on, do you believe that tonight here in Kent, Washington? That no matter what the situation is, no matter what the circumstances, our God is bigger than your problem. He's bigger than your obstacle. He's a great God. And I feel him in the room tonight. Do you feel him in the room tonight? Hey, hey. Come on, help me out. Everybody say, yeah, yeah. Say, yeah, yeah. Say, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Lift your voice, say, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Say, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Oh, say, I got it. Lift it up. I got it strong. Oh, God, you are higher than awesome in power. Our God, great and he's greatly to be praised. Oh, our God is stronger. God, you are higher than enemy. Yeah, our God is healer, awesome in power. Our God,
When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no. When Jesus says yes, nobody can say no.
It is time for Yes with Yesse. Please welcome your host, Yesenia Leva.
Good evening, new season. Good evening. Can I hear myself now? I have to hear myself. If I don't hear myself, I for some reason think that you guys can't hear me. So good evening, guys. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are listening from at this time at night. Here though, it's going to be like 7:30 or so. So wherever you're listening from, whatever time zone you're in, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to you. Thank you guys for being here as you come and you join. Thank you. It's been a minute. It has been a minute for me, so I am grateful to be here, and all is well. All is well. It's been a crazy time. It's been a crazy time, but it's been a good time, a fun time, a time of learning, a time of evaluating, a time of a little bit of everything, right? And so, but I'm grateful. I'm grateful that, through it all, God is with me, and every situation that we live is to grow, is to learn, it's to do all of those things, right? And so, today, as I come back to you guys today, I want to just talk to you guys about a little something, and I just feel like as people, as humans, because we are human, right? As humans, we put a lot of pressure on ourselves to sometimes to be perfect, whatever that means to us. Sometimes to meet up to expectations of others, and sometimes we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, really just to Yeah, like to match the expectation of others, of society. So we work so hard and we put ourselves in a position where we think it's so important or feel it is so important to live up to that expectation, whether it's of other people, whether it's of your family members, whether it's the expectation of society. Like, what do people think about me? What does society think about me? You know, what are they going to say? What if I fail? What if it doesn't work out? What if, you know, we put all of this what if in our minds. And sometimes it could be very little of that or none of that. And we just want to try something. We just want to try something new, or we just want to maybe make more income, make a little bit more money than we were making before. And so I can tell you that for me, I have experienced all of the above, right? So if you're listening out there and you have experienced any of that, or you've put yourself in a situation where maybe it wasn't the best situation and you weren't aware of it at the time, but you come to learn that it was not the ideal situation, you know, raise your hand. I know, you know, we can all relate to that. Just give me a thumbs up, give me a heart, give me something, give me a smiley face, a sad face even sometimes, and let me know that you are there. I see you guys coming in, so good evening to you, wherever you are listening from. And so, again, we are all guilty of doing that, right? And so, I'll tell you from personal experience, because that's always the angle that I love to come from, is that angle of personal experience, because what better way to, you know, maybe teach a small lesson or help you, you know, learn something new, or just help you see some things from a different perspective that I think is so important, that, you know, that we understand that there are different perspectives. What better way than to share personal stories, you know, our own story that we live in order to have learned these particular lessons or situations, right? And so that's what I want to do this evening. As you guys come in, please share the broadcast. Let others know that we are here on Yes with Yesse. All right. And so, again, you know, what I want to talk to you guys about tonight is those lived experiences that sometimes, you know, we think, you know, we're doing it for one reason. We're doing it maybe to prove a point to yourself or to others. We're doing it to make more money. We're doing it for whatever reason it is that we're getting ourselves in this particular situation. We are. Some of us are hard-headed, and we do. And so what I want to tell you guys tonight, again, from experience, a very recent experience lived, is that just because it didn't work out does not mean you failed. Whatever that situation is, whatever that opportunity you got yourself into, whatever it is, you know, maybe it's a family situation, maybe it's a whatever it is, just because it did not work out does not mean that you failed. And I went through that very recently, and I went through that feeling, that emotion of I failed. I felt like I failed. I felt like I was failing. And so when I was going through that, I said to somebody, you know, I'm a little upset about this because I feel like I failed. And they told me, no, you gave it a try. You gave it a try and it didn't work out the way that you thought it should work out. It worked out. It just didn't work out the way that I thought that it would, or that it should have worked out. And just because it didn't work out that way, it doesn't mean that you failed. You gave it a try. You now were able to, in a sense, still have a chance in that particular opportunity, just in the way that you will be able to do it, number one, and to be successful in it. Right? Because I never want to do something just to do it and just to say that I did it. No, I want something positive to come out of it. I want to learn from it. I want to be successful in it. I want to help people in the process. You know, I want to do what God has called me to do along the process. And so that is what I learned in this particular recent situation, is that I didn't fail. You know, I learned that after the fact. I didn't fail. However, you know, I learned what was, my computers went a little down on me. Just 1 second. All right, there we go. When they fall asleep, when the computers fall asleep and they get back on, that's kind of what happens. But that's all right. There's a little joy in the process. So again, going back a little bit, just because it didn't work out does not mean you fail. And so we are growing up, again, from personal experience, we are conditioned, yes, you can do it. If you can't do it this way, do it the other way. And so just whatever you do, just do it, right? And so that component has taught me to never give up, to keep going, to do it, to persevere and to just find a way. Where there's a will, there's a way, right? And so I've talked about that before, and I experienced that a little bit in this particular situation. I'm like, no, I'm gonna do this, and I'm gonna be successful in this, and so on and so forth. However, what was being required of me was too much for me. What was being required of me was too much for me, and I'm pretty sure I knew that from the beginning. However, I was trying to be Miss, I got this, I can do this, I need to make more income, like, this is an opportunity, like that was my mindset. And then when I got into it, a little further into it, I'm like, oh, okay, wait, hold on, hold on. One, because when we get in any particular situation, or when we get into an opportunity, not situation, when we go into an opportunity, we really have to go in it understanding and having in mind what it is that we are being asked to sacrifice in the process, or for this particular job, or whatever it is. Not that somebody's literally telling you, hey, if you get into this, you have to sacrifice A, B, C. No, not specifically. However, because you're getting yourself into this, it's going to require more time. It's going to require more dedication. Well, but you just don't know how much. How much of all of that is going to require, right? And so all of that I didn't learn until I was already in that situation, until I had already said yes. And then I did it. I'm doing it, and it's been a couple months already, I believe. And so now, as of recently, I'm like, wait a minute. Since I've been doing this particular thing, like I haven't been able to live my life in a sense, right? I haven't been here with you guys. I had stopped going to the gym, and that's like a routine for me. Coming here is a routine for me. So I was feeling a little lost in a sense. I was feeling a little out of place because I no longer had my routine. I'm a very routine person, especially when I love to do what I do. And so when I started to feel that way, and I started to see myself a little less physically healthy than I was prior to all of this beginning, and when I saw myself not coming to do Yes with Yesse, I was like, hold up, what are we doing? What are we doing? And so, had a whole conversation, or multiple conversations, where I've been able to modify my schedule and so on, to where now I can do the things that I love to do and be able to work and do everything else that I do, right? But it took me going into this particular opportunity, going through those hard times, going through all of that, realizing that it was too much for me, realizing that, as much as I love what I do, my job, and the students that I work with, like, I have to make myself a priority. I have to make my health a priority, and the things that I love to do a priority. Because if I put all of that into perspective, and I put all those things into, and make them my priority again, then I'm good. Then I'll be okay. Then I'll be fulfilled. I'll be happy. I'll be healthy. But if I forget all of those things just because I want a higher paying job, then, and I'm getting sick along the way in the process, or super tired, or gaining weight, or, whatever the case, then what am I doing? Right? And to the point where I have my own business, and I hadn't been able to even, focus on that or do that for some time, because of these new opportunities that I said yes to, right? And so, funny, because somebody I had a conversation with in the very beginning of all of this, the first thing that they said to me was, what about your business? And I said to them, I'll never give up on my business, like, ever. I'm gonna still do that. But I didn't have time. I literally had no time left in the day to be able to do that, or to come on over to the radio and all that. And so when I realized that weeks later, I'm like, no. We got to do something, because, like, again, I got to get back to my business, I got to get back to my radio, and I got to get back to my gym. Those are my 3 priorities. And then being in the house of the Lord on Sundays, on Wednesdays, and all that good stuff. Like, those are my priorities. Without that, forget it. There's no Jesse. There's no Yes with Yesse. So So we had all those conversations, and it took me back to, the basics. It took me back to basics in the sense of you and I, both you and I, in this case myself, I need to prioritize, um, prioritize myself, put myself first in a sense. You gotta put whatever your priority is, in the front line and let people know, like, look, these are my priorities. Whatever you want me to do around that, cool. But this is what comes first for me. And for me is my faith, it's God, it's being in the house of the Lord, it's coming, to worship. It's Sundays, it's Wednesdays, like that's my priority. It's being at my radio, it's my gym for my health, working with my kids, all of that, and of course doing radio. So in having those conversations, everything was cool, they understood, and I'm like, and can I tell you that in having those conversations, I'm thinking, I'm done. Like I'm being let go, or I'll just have to find other opportunities, or whatever the case. All these things go through your mind, and can I tell you that I was accommodated. I was accommodated. My schedule it was just a shift. It was not having to find a new job or having to go through any of those things. No, it was just modifying, moving things around where I'm still working. I still have my hours. As a matter of fact, it's even better. If I'm honest with you, I'm still doing what I love to do, and I get to have a huge, humongous piece of my life back with everything that I mentioned, doing Yes with Yesse with you guys, and going back to my gym and so on and so forth, and just living the life that that I love and that fulfills me in every sense, right? And so I super duper appreciate that, and I'm blessed to be able to do all of that, and I'm blessed to have people in my corner that understood all of that and still worked with me, give me the opportunity to continue doing what I love to do in my job and so on. And of course, more than anything in the world, is being able to focus more on growing my business, which is everything, everything to me, and everything else just, everything just falls into place. And so, so I wanted to share that with you guys. Just because it did not work out the way that you thought it would work out does not mean that it didn't work out, right? Like for me, it was going to be perfect. I was going to have the perfect schedule. I was going to be making more money. I was going to focus on my business. I was going to be able to do all the things, right? But it didn't work out that way. But that doesn't mean it didn't work out, because I grew. I learned so many things. From a management position, I'm still learning, but now I get to expand and to do other things and to still be a part of, what I have been doing so far and everything, and then some, of course. But all of that while keeping the center of my life, number one, right? So all of that has been awesome. And with that, of course, you guys always hear, don't quit. Don't quit. So I want to encourage you that just because something doesn't look the way you think it should, doesn't mean, it's wrong, or doesn't mean that's it's not going to work out. It's just different. And what's interesting, if that's the way to say it, is that what I just talked about can happen to anybody, right? But as people with disabilities, as people with differences, as I mentioned earlier, it's so easy for my mind to go the negative route of I failed, I'm not good enough, like what's happening, what am I gonna do, like all these different things. And I had that person tell me, no, you're fine. You didn't fail. You're not failing. You're doing it just a different way. You're putting yourself first. You're putting your faith first. You're putting all what's important to you first. So no, you didn't fail. You're just doing it a different way. And so that put into perspective for me the fact that if it doesn't work out the way that you think it should work out, does not mean that that you failed. And as people with disabilities, I think we go through that in different aspects of our life. I know that I did throughout my life. College. I'm going to go to a 4-year college. I'm going to, go away for school. I'm going to graduate. I'm going to get a degree in journalism or communications. I'm going to do all these things. And God was like, no, you're not. No, you're not. I didn't go away for school. I stayed home. I went to a community college. And then, you know, even though in my mind, oh, it's just, a community college. I didn't go to like a big school, whatever the case. So, who am I? I'm not good enough. But even with that, even though I didn't go further in college or university, level education, I think back on the opportunities that I have had and the things that I've done, and I'm like, Lord, I thank you. Like, I, 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 I got into large television networks in my first year of doing my Funclusion Productions event. Telemundo, Univision, NBC6, Six in the Mix, all these different things, Hot 105, 99 Jams, like radio stations. And I've been able to promote, to talk about that inclusion of individuals with disabilities and just really form my own customized employment with the arts and communications and disability advocacy and inclusion. And that's God right there. All the things that maybe others would be like, no, that's not worth it. That's not good enough. You can make more money, whatever the case. Yet God was like, no, orchestrate this for you and just, make it happen for you. And I'm like, wow. Right. So was that the way that I intended for things to work out? No. But what I'm like, you know what, Jesse, let go and let God. God has control, and God will make a way where there seems to be no way. God will make a way where you think you're not worthy, where you think you're not good enough, where you think you're not knowledgeable enough. He will make a way. And when I tell you that He has put people in front of me in my path that have opened the doors for me, that have opened the doors for my skills, I always say my skills, my talents, my abilities, and the fact that I've been able to, with all of this, make an impact because of the way I was made, because I live with a disability. Like, I live with a disability, and I live with a disability that in people, society, they're not fond of disability, right? So it's negative, it's this, it's that. And yet that disability is the very thing that has opened so many doors for me. Like, that's like God. Like, amazed. When I think about it that way, that thing, that was supposed to maybe destroy me in a sense, has actually come to bless me. And it's amazing, And so that even, just because that particular thing, that disability, that whatever you want to call it, just because that doesn't look the way that we think it should look, doesn't mean that it won't work out. It doesn't mean that God won't use it for His glory and for my good. And He's done that. And so again, I want to encourage you, just because it did not work out the way that you thought it would work out, doesn't mean that you failed. I love that. I absolutely love that. And hey, who knew, I want to be a broadcaster and communicator and all these things, again, here I am with you on Yes with Yesse. Like, and all it takes, guys, is, wow, like all it takes is your faith. All it takes is believing that you can, and you're halfway there. Believe that you can, and you're halfway there. Believe that you can. See yourself that way. See yourself doing it, and you're halfway there. I remember growing up, I was, one to model and to pose in front of the mirror and, grab something that looked like a microphone. So it's always been a love of mine. And here I am, a lot older, doing what I get to do with life. And it's awesome. It's awesome. So, again, I want to encourage you guys, don't quit. Don't give up. Know that you can, because you can. Surround yourself by OQP, only quality people. And I can also tell you that if it weren't for community, if it weren't for mentors and people believing in me, none of this would have happened. None of this would have been possible. From my parents, my family, my siblings, community, church family, like who I am today would not be possible without those individuals in my life, both here and no longer here with me. And I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful for the community that I have been given to help me to get to my destiny. And so, yeah, that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So grateful. So just, grab that bull by the hand, guys, and do what you are meant to do. Be who you are meant to be, and know that as long as you have air in your lungs, as long as you can stand and you have your two legs, your two arms, you have no excuse but to do whatever it is that God has sent you to do. There's no excuse. I remember growing up, it was never say you can't. Never say you can't. Okay, never say you can't. So it pushed me to say yes to my talents, my skills, my abilities. Yes, absolutely. So definitely want to encourage you guys to do that. Believe in yourself. Like I've told you before, believe in somebody's belief in you until your belief kicks in. I know I've done that. I'm going to be honest with you. I still do that because sometimes it's harder for us to believe in ourselves than to, or I should say it's easier to believe in others and they believe in you before you believe in yourself, because we don't see ourselves the way that others see us. Other people see your whole person, your strength, your weaknesses, your talents, your skills, your abilities, your attitude, your joy, your happiness. They see it all. We can't see it, but they see it all. And it's important to have those people in your corner that will tell you, like, hey, I see this, or I see that, or you need to work on this, or all of those things that make you uniquely you, and just to make you better every single day, as we live this thing called life together. So yeah, guys, I'm grateful. It was good to be back with you guys, and whenever if anybody is thinking about a certain opportunity, a certain thing that they want to do, or that they've been asked to do, whatever it is, and you're not sure, pray about it. Of course, pray about it and ask God to guide you. Like, what should I do? Get your heart ready, your heart prepared for whatever comes along, and when you feel that nudge to go ahead and go for it, and do the best that you can. Do the best that you can with what you have been given. Right? Do the best that you can with what you have been given, whether it's temporary, whether it's permanent. When I say my speech, in moments that I have the opportunity to say my speech, is that you have to be transformed by the renewing of our minds. We have to use that which you have been given to create a unique you, a you that inspires those around you to create a more diverse, unified, and overall accessible community for all. And I mean that, and that is something that I work to do in every opportunity that I have. So whatever opportunity comes your way and God gives you that green light, it's because you were there for a reason. You have been sent there for a reason, whether it's to share your talents and your skills, whether it's to make a change, something or the other. So whatever it is, make sure that you pray about it, do it. Don't delay, don't think and think and think and think. Pray about it and do what your heart, nudges you to do. And know that no matter what, God is with you. God is with you. And for as long as God is with you, guess what? You will not fail. You will not fail. And I want to just, drill in our heads, both you and I, because I'm thinking and kind of, struggling with this in a sense. Is just because it did not work out does not mean that you failed. Just because it did not work out doesn't mean that you failed. You keep it moving. You continue. And what's important is what God says about me, not what others say about me. Right? So I hope that helps somebody. I hope that you can get some nudges from there. And thank you so much for joining Yes with Yesse. Just here, a platform when we get together and just talk of all things disability, motivation, inspiration, and know that you are not alone. That you are not alone. That there are people out there that care. That you have services. That you have whatever it is that you need. It is out there for you to be as independent to the best of your ability and do all things that represent you. Always keeping in mind, though, that it's not about living this thing called life alone. It's not about I have to do this on my own and be independent. It's about doing the best that you can, knowing that you have support, knowing that there is services out there and people and mentors to support you. And that really, what truly is important is that you understand that we all need each other and that we all need community. So if there's anything that I can do for you to help you be the best person that you can be, if New Season can help you, all you have to do is reach out. So if you need any assistance with government benefits, Social Security, Medicaid, information and resources, social inclusion in the community, you're like, I don't want to be in my house anymore. Like, I want to get out. Call me. I'll get you out, and we'll do stuff. If you need any kind of resources, more than anything, resources, information, assistance in applying for something, the information is on the screen. dptmanagement.org, dptmanagement.org. You can reach me at the office, 954-529-4586. And you can email me as well. Yes with Yesse. It's very easy. yeswithyesse@gmail.com, like the website, yeswithyesse.com. So again, understand that you don't have to do this thing called life alone. There is no shame in needing help. It is okay. That is what we are here to do, to help each other and know that that we got this. We're here to support each other. All right. So thank you so much, guys, for joining. I'm gonna get home. Gotta go home, man. Thank you so much for joining. Esther, I see you. Pedrito, I see you. God's willing, I'll see you guys soon. Sister Joylette, thank you for joining. Brother Donna J, hey to you. Thank you for joining. Cece, I see you. Thank you guys for joining. I look forward to seeing you, God's willing, on the next episode of Yes with Yesse. All right, and it is Thursday, so tomorrow is Friday. Finally the weekend. Finally the weekend. So I look forward to seeing you guys again tomorrow morning for In His Presence prayer time, followed by the Pastor Steve show on tomorrow. Fun Friday, always my favorite to listen to some gospel reggae, of course, number one. So I look forward to that, and then we'll have prayer. We'll be here for prayer Saturday morning as well, and then of course come on back for church Sunday morning at 11 a.m. So if you are out there and you're looking for a home church, we love people. We love people, all people. You're all welcome. I encourage you to come Sunday at 11 a.m. to New Season Worship Center here, where we are family. The address is 4660 North University Drive in Lauderhill, Florida, 33351 or 33319. And so I look forward to seeing you guys. I'm usually back here. I'm the one behind the scenes a lot of times. I love it. And then also, guys, if you enjoy the New Season Gospel FM and you enjoy all of our programming, I encourage you guys to support. We are a volunteer-based station, and so we love to come to you and bring you just joy and laughter and so much more on a daily or on a day-to-day basis, as you guys can see. And so there is someone for everyone. So I want to encourage you to support New Season Gospel FM, your number one gospel station, and ways to give are scrolling on the screen right now. So cell number is 954-536-1821. NewSeasonFM.com is the website, NewSeasonFM.com. You can also do PayPal at wordmusic47@hotmail.com. You can go on NewSeasonFM.com, I think we said, NewSeasonFM.com, and you can always mail in your check. Of course, your support is greatly, greatly appreciated at 4660 North University Drive, Lauderhill, Florida, 33351. All right, there is a place for everyone up here in New Season. So thank you guys so much for joining. I appreciate it. And I look forward to seeing you guys back here very soon once again. All right, have an amazing rest of your day and enjoy your Friday tomorrow. And then, of course, God's willing, see you Sunday bright and early for our morning service. All right, thank you guys. Have a great day.